Great. So thank you for the opportunity. So I will tell you about our proposal, our project Consenz Agreement Building Platform. We are here to improve decentralized governance processes. As we see today, discussing governance processes are mainly happening on social media platform like Twitter, like Discord, and the results are a lot of noise in the process, difficulty in engaging with token holders and community members, and bad user experience in governance processes. And we are building a platform that will encourage decentralized governance that is productive, structured, and focused, a better way for the community to do governance. A productive process for a product for a discussion, as we see it, is a document agreement that reflect the agreements, the ideas of the community. And on Consenz, users create agreements and engage with agreements by discussing the details, by suggesting improvement to the document, and by voting on each suggestion. So in this way, we create a process that has an input and an output. The input is the edit suggestions by the community, and the output are the agreement documents that reflect the agreement of the community members. By voting on the suggestions, each members of the community can express their opinion about each suggestion, and by setting an approval threshold for the suggestion, we can decide which suggestion is part of the agreement and which one stays for the discussion. The threshold is dynamic according to the voting and is always adjusting to the engagement by the community, and by that we are creating a dynamic and very productive process that can also be scalable. So the Consenz first version, its MVP version, is already on the air. It was funded in Fund 7 by Catalyst. We were very fortunate to be supported by the Catalyst community. So you are really invited to come and try it and play with it. If you click on the picture here in the presentation, you will direct it into the app, and you will be able to log in and start voting and commenting and engaging with the process. We have a few processes around SIP 6094 and some other around Catalyst processes, and already started work with other communities as well. For this proposal, we want to build a set of bots and plugins and integration into social media platform and other tools in order to bring the structure and productive way of Consenz to where the discussion is happening now. So this is a plan for one of the proposals, and we have another proposal in Fund 10. So you are most welcome to come and read them, and hopefully you will find them worth your voting. So thank you very much for listening, and I'm ready for your questions.
Thank you.
Thank you. Very nice timing.
Teachers. Oh, you muted.
Hey, it's great to see you here. I'm following your work for quite some time. I find it really exciting. Could you share a bit about how the interaction with Telegram will work in the future?
We are thinking about two directions of integration. One, to bring the content that will be created on the Consenz platform to Telegram and other social media platform, and another to allow users to interact with Consenz on the social media platform. So Telegram will allow us to build a bot that will be a set of notifications. So if there is a new comment or new suggestion on Consenz, it will publish in the Telegram group. But also we can create a voting system that will be integrated into the Consenz platform, so you can vote directly from Telegram. So right now it's still an idea. We need it requires further research in order to make sure that we follow the terms of use of Telegram, and the API will allow us to do that. But this is the plan for start at least.
Perfect. Sounds good. Thank you.
Jan.
Thank you for your question.
Yes, thank you, Mia. I have two questions. First is, it seems that this is like a real-time suggestions on a document. Will that concept be correct?
Yeah, you can say so.
And to further, you did mention it briefly with Peter regarding the voting. So will the voting also happen real time, or there will be like a certain date that this is where voting will happen?
Well, as we see it, there will be two layers or two phases of voting. There is voting for each section, each version, each improvement suggestion for the document, and this will be very high resolution. You can say it for each section. You can have a few versions, and you can vote for each version which one you prefer, and then after the community will build together a draft, then the draft will come to ratifying by voting on change. So the first phase doesn't have to be on chain, but the second will be. So you can create a small group of people, can create a very detailed document in a scalable way, and then the rest of the community can come together and just ratify and give the final approval of the draft, and that can be done as voting on chain as we are doing it in DAOs today and voting on proposals. So it's not exactly the same voting, but the same mechanism we can be used for the process.
Thank you.
One last question. I see that we have a
Any
10 seconds for that. Okay, so thank you very much for listening. Thank you for the opportunity.
Thank
you.
you.
Facilitator and everyone.